So motivating.
EA Sports is proud to present today's PGA Tour coverage. Frank, through the years, there have been some great winners at the Open Championship played at Royal Troon.
Well, just in recent history, remember Mark Kalkovecchia in the playoff with Wayne Grady and Greg Norman. There was also Todd Hamilton when he beat Ernie Els in the 4-hole playoff. And back in 1996, Justin Leonard was to win his Open Championship.
Tom Watson also won an Open Championship here. Tom Weiskopf, his only major, that was 1973. The great Arnold Palmer, Bobby Locke, they all won at Royal Troon. Well, we're ready to play here at the par 4 first. 370 yards, spectacular water views on the right, relatively open fairway. Frank, it seems like the ideal setting to get this round started.
It is. It seems like a soft par 4, but you've got to avoid the 2 bunkers on the left as well as the 2 on the right.
They'll be happy with that. In the fairway, now a good chance to attack this hole. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. This looks like it's going to find the target.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. 11 feet away. Frank, he took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
Frank, another great example of links golf. It's not a particularly long hole, but there is trouble if you hit it offline.
Yeah, there's a bunker down there at about 280 yards that has to be avoided. Only the long hitters or perhaps the wind behind your back is the reason to take that bunker on.
Frank, we should have seen this coming because, remember, he made noise as a 16-year-old high school junior by contending at the HP Byron Nelson Championship at his hometown of Dallas.
Yeah, I remember that. I was there, and I'm like, who is this kid? And then got to meet his family, sporting family. It's just a tremendous upside. It's going to be nice to turn around one day and say, we saw Jordan Spieth play.
His dad played college baseball, mom played some college basketball, has a brother who also plays college hoops. Frank, he's mature beyond his years. Spieth handles all the responsibilities that come with stardom very well.
Yeah, you can improve a guy's golf swing. You can give them a better grip, maybe some better technique. But the one thing that's hard to do is to give a person a better mind. Jordan was born with a great mind.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Locked in on the read and the speed. -1, and really going. Frank, looking at the third, what are the sort of key decisions that you have to make?
There's 2 bunkers down the left. They're not really the issue. They're the burn. That's about 285 yards. This is not a hole, really. You just take the driver out and swing away. Just something that stays up short of that. It's just going to leave you a short iron in.
Drivable par 4. Not for most in this field, but for this guy, yes, he has just knocked it on. What a shot. That is an excellent lag putt right there. Had the speed perfectly. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
Has to like that one. Another birdie to get to 2 under par. Rich Lerner back at historic Royal Troon with Frank Novola, who's played the Open Championship on 2 occasions here at a golf course that goes back to the late 1800s. This is the first par 5, Frank, on the golf course, and you would think a chance to make a birdie and get that round started.
It certainly is. Dogleg right, 2 bunkers on the left. If you hit the ball a little bit straight, you'll certainly get into those pot bunkers. The one on the right, most people can carry. You carry that, this par 5, more than reachable.
Well, Frank, the wind is really starting to pick up.
You've got to fixate on the direction now. If you get the direction wrong and or mistime one of those gusts, all sorts of problems. What a great shot.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. To where the hole is cut, just about 190 yards, Frank.
Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
That was just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at eagle coming up. Nice putt, count it. At the par 3 fifth, ready to get this hole started.
Prevailing breeze once again should be coming from the water, which is on the right. That makes that tee shot a little bit more difficult because it pushes the ball to those 3 bunkers on the left side.
Pretty good shot. That ball settles in about 13 feet away.
You'd like to think unlucky for some, but birdie putt coming up.
Starting to really play well, -5. What a good hole. They call it the slopes. And the rough off the right-hand side of the green, really some of the most punishing on the entire course.
And the one thing you don't want to do is actually leave it up there on that high side, because it means that you'll be chipping downhill. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Frank, no reason here to think we're going to see anything other than another good shot.
Yeah, in a great flow, and golf like this looks easy.
Just an incredible shot. That is a very makeable putt after a great approach. Well played. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Ball's teed up, ready to fly here at the 7th.
Yeah, it's a slight elevated tee, so you see all the problems in front of you. A couple of bunkers down the left, 2 down the right. That's links golf, so you know where you've got to go. That's in between them.
This is just a superb performance. Great round to this point, Frank, and you can really see that reflected in his mood today.
Yeah, it just looks too easy. Swinging the club beautifully. Ball's going exactly where he wants it to. He's not trying to take too many risks. So consequently, he's getting birdie opportunity after birdie opportunity. Well, when he goes after it like he is here.
Frank, I know you like boxing. That was some heavyweight power right there.
Smoked it.
Jordan Spieth ready for his second shot. That would be a great look at birdie. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Moves to -8. Frank, here we are. All of 123 yards. It's the famous postage stamp hole.
It sits up there nice and proud. It's protected by 5 bunkers, but avoid the ones on the right. They're the deepest, all the way down on that right side.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Rolling the rock, Frank.
Oh, and yet another birdie, Rich. Beautiful stroke.
Frank, how does the front nine finish up with this par 4?
Well, the par 4 ninth is called the Monk. It's not overly long, 423 yards, dogleg to the right. Just one bunker down the left to be avoided.
Excellent drive right there, Frank.
Circa 310.
Chance to get it close here. Frank, I'm thinking back to 1989 in the Open Championship. That was sort of our first chance to see the new playoff format at the Open.
That's right, Rich. In 1985, they decided to have a 4-hole playoff. And that had been changed, too. In 1964, they went from a 36-hole playoff to an 18-hole playoff. And the reason why? My fellow countryman, Bob Charles, won in a 36-hole playoff in 1963. They realized 36 was too much. I think 4 holes right now is just perfect.
See a little bit off balance on the tee, and that one is going to be in the rough. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
And it is in.
Amazing. Amazing.
Frank, what happened to Jack Nicklaus here at the 11th hole back in 1962?
Yeah, that was his rookie year. He was actually looking at making 2 majors in a row. He just won the US Open. Came to the 10th hole, and, well, he made one more than 10, 11 to be precise. So you never know. If you make a 5 or a 6, that's not so bad when you consider what happened to Jack Nicklaus all the way back in 1962.
Oh, my goodness. That is on in 1. Wow. What an incredible shot. Frank, it's one thing to jumpstart your round. This would ignite the round.
Yeah, you don't normally see 2 par 5s back-to-back, so the chances of having consecutive eagles is so rare.
Back here on the bonny shores of Scotland at Royal Troon Golf Club with just a wee breeze as they say over here, Frank. On the tee at the 12th.
A hole that bends to the right, gorse right and left. There's a bit of a mound and rough down the right side. That has to be avoided. Oh, beautiful swing, and the result is every bit as good.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
That's how you play the game, right there. Stick it in close and then knock in the birdie. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Frank, break down the par 4 13th for us.
Another par 4 that bends to the right. Lots of undulation on this fairway. This is the first of 6 straight holes that head in the direction of the clubhouse.
Looks to be putting everything into this one. Just destroyed it. That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. Looks like he just misread that. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Really has it going now. Back-to-back birdies. On the tee here at 14, it's another par 3, Frank.
You don't get caught looking at the front of the green. That's where it's at its most narrow. Ideally, something that pitches just into the top of that mound.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Frank, what happened there on the approach?
It was a poor decision. And let's see now. Got to think this one out a little bit better than that second shot. See if he can get it up and down.
No way. He holed it, Frank.
Great pitch shot.
At the 15th, this par 4 is over 480 yards.
The key here really is the 3 bunkers, 2 on the left, 1 on the right. 260 yards gets you past that. If you find the fairway here, then you don't have to worry about the 3 bunkers that are short of this green. That's beyond long.
That is a sensational play right there, and you have to think that the little helping breeze gave that a nice boost.
He can't be that good.
That is another laser right at the flagstick. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Everybody loves him. Birdie on the card. Frank, here's the only par 5 on the back 9 at Royal Troon.
You'd think at 542 yards it would be reachable, but the burn that cuts across really limits the tee shot to about 280 yards. So it's very much about placing that second shot in a good distance for your third.
In the 1997 Open Championship here at Royal Troon, you played with Tiger Woods in the 3rd round. What did he do at this 16th hole?
He hit a driver for his second shot into a head breeze from about 270 yards. Managed to get it on the green, then knocked it in from about 45 feet for eagle.
You knew he was something special back then, didn't you?
Yeah, he was the only one that even tried that shot.
Beautiful approach shot there and a good chance to take advantage.
And what a moment this would be. Jordan Spieth, an eagle putt.
Good putt. Final par 3 here at Royal Troon. It's the 17th. And what kind of a hole is it, Frank?
Well, this takes your best long iron shot. Normally plays back into the prevailing breeze. You miss this green on the left, it will run all the way down the hill. The bunkers might look short, but if your tee shot isn't hit properly, it'll puff up into that breeze and certainly find a pot bunker.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
He's made it. Finally, the 18th at Royal Troon. History, skill, nerves, bunkers, of course, and the clubhouse. Frank, they all come into play on this final hole.
Yeah, 3 bunkers down the left. It's not a case of hitting past those, it's avoiding them. And then if you avoid it too far to the right, there's one nicely placed about 300 yards off the tee that'll catch you there. So there's somehow you've got to craft a tee shot to miss all 4 of those bunkers. There's always advantage of hitting it further than most, Rich, and straighter than most. When you put the 2 together, it's just straight up a head start.
Wow, what a shot. Doesn't even need the putt. Frank, that was an impressive round out there today.
Couldn't agree more, Rich. We've seen some great shots out there, and I'm excited to see how the rest of this tournament plays out.
Frank, the right fairway bunker ruined Greg Norman's